Hey guys, good night. I'm sorry today I had uh, some technical issues. I told you that I was moving uh, to a new home to a new home, and well, apparently the internet was down, was not set up uh, appropriately. My fault and my bad. So sorry about that. So I'm just trying to have everything ready for uh, trying to keep the schedule on our sessions. But today was actually impossible. I had to ask someone from the internet provider to come. Now it's ready. Sorry, this recording is so late. But let's get started. All right. So Apple today, Apple, I actually don't see too much here. I really like I really like this move when it actually broke this 210.19. This is a key level on the 15-minute chart. I like this great break, displacement, retest, nice price action here. And I think it actually went all the way to 12, no, to 1150, something like that. Uh, so right here, this is the only move that I like. You had your risk right here at the bottom of this retesting candle, and you just go, let's say 211. 211, it's a 1 to 2.7 risk reward ratio trade. This is the one that I like. Because Apple has been moving. I mean, because a higher time frame thesis, right? Apple has been moving to the upside. Uh, but if you were looking for something to the downside, maybe, and I'm saying maybe, you had these almost retests of pre-market low. You may have something like this here and aiming to low of the day here. It's almost a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, almost. And you actually hit it. You actually hit it. What was what were the indices doing right here? Not too much. QQQ was around pre-market low, uh, and SPY. Well, SPY was inside of the 5-minute opening range, so nothing too much on here. Nothing too much on here. So that's the only thing that I watch on Apple. So let's go. Let's go to AMD. What was happening on AMD? Let me take a look to here. What's going on? All right. Okay, this is AMD. I actually watch these two different opportunities on AMD. So the first one here is this. At the very beginning of the session, uh, this name dropped for a bit. I mean, it started kind of weak, just as the indices, but once it bounced on here, 136, it bounced here and it started having a change of character right here, right? So this is a higher high, this is making a higher low, and this reclaim of this 137, it's kind of this order block here. Look at this, all this consolidation area. So this is something that you should be doing. I mean, if you have an order block that is inside, I mean, it's intraday, this is an intraday, you sometimes can pull your order block to the left and you will see that this is a very congested area, right? So the even when the order block, I mean the actual order block by the book, it was started maybe here with this red candle here. I mean, this was the uptrend and this was the down closing candle. So, but if you can pull this order block here, I mean, you actually had a lot more information from the very beginning of the session. So if you were watching this change of character here, this retest of this order block and also reclaim of this 137 key level on the 15-minute chart, and you open your position right here aiming to high of the day that also was the pre-market high. This was a 1 to 2.3 risk reward ratio trade. And later in the day, look at this, later in the day we had, what is this? This is 138. Yeah, this is 138. That this is a round number, strike number, strike number. So we had this break and retest of 138, 138. So as you can see here, if you take your entry here, you may be stopped. But if you were watching this retest of pre-market high, actually that, yeah, I'm sorry guys. Again, I was kind of distracted. So actually this was the trade, not this one. So you were having your risk right here below the pre-market high. It's the top, I'm sorry, it's the bottom of this retesting candle, and you were aiming to this high of the day. It was actually a 1 to 2 reward ratio trade, but this price action, look at this, it was a very nice push to the upside, and it actually reclaimed this 139, this 139. So this could be something like 1 to maybe 2.5 or something like that. Yeah, actually, yeah, right to the top of the high of the day was a 1 to 3 reward ratio trade. So this could be a nice trade here. And it was, I mean, again, this is not aligned to indices, but as you can see here, this is the bounce on both indices here. Right here is the bounce on both indices. So just because AMD was having some relative strength with this push on the indices right here, this is the push that AMD needed for, going higher. And later in the day, it was just consolidating. Yeah, and it actually closed very close to previous day high. So that was all for AMD. Let's go to Amazon. 1 second with Amazon here. I missed this trade. I remember. I missed this trade, and it was spectacular and super simple. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. So here, look at this. Here, this is well, it's it's because right now it's market is closed, so it doesn't show you like the 5 minute opening range or the 1 minute opening range. But look at this. This is the 5 minute opening range. So we were consolidating on the bottom of the 5 minute opening range. Then we had this break of low of the day, 5 minute opening range, and retest of this, right? So this was the order block here. So this is the downtrend and this is the up close candle. So if you have your order block something like this, can you see here how well it's respected this order block here? So you had this break, this placement and retest of this order block, 5 minute opening range, and also it was super close to previous day low. So if you were watching this, and look at this 220 to 50, it's also a very relevant key level. So again, a lot of confluences here. So, and also both indices were super weak, and with this candle, QQQ was actually on low of the day or very close to low of the day, retesting pre-market low. So this was my entry here, or this was the entry that I will be watching here. I I I have this FOMO for this trade, because I was watching this while I was in another trade, and just because I had another trade and it was a quick loss, I was actually kind of, like recovering from that loss. And when I say recovering, it's just I was just, trying to put all my stuff together, and okay, well, let's forget about that trade. I was stopped right on my invalidation level. It was a small loss. So I mean, I was, like kind of intraday journaling my trade. So I was just, preparing for looking for more opportunities. So I missed this even when I was watching it. So again, this trade, I was even like here. I was like, oh well, what if I take this? And I was like, well, no, it's low of the day. It's a breakout instead of a break and retest. So if it can come back to this previous day low, I may have another chance. And look at this. Then here I was already on another trade. On another trade. Well, this is not like a clean retest of this key level, but I think that I may have managed my position, some runners here, and I will take this drop with me. But well, that's, you know, uh, Gulda, Shulda, Kulda, and I don't like that. But yeah, I was looking at this trade, and it was, like super clean break, displacement, retest to this low of the day or the block here, very close to previous day low, below pre-market low. So yeah, a lot of confluences here, and also the higher time frame. Well, not maybe not the higher time frame, but look at this. I mean, all the pre-market was trying with this 225, but it actually just got rejections. And this 224, it's previous week high. So again, more rejections. So this was kind of clear. But again, well, I miss it. I hope that you had a chance to take this. What about the Nvidia? Nvidia today, let me look how algorithmic looks this. I heard, I was reading and I was listening to some traders that today they had some issues with the trading view. I personally didn't have any issues with it, but well, I mean, if you had some issues about it, like I think it was like a 5 second delay or something like that, or 5 cents delay. I don't know, but there was some issues with TradingView. Just, I mean, if you were watching this, just, I mean, all right. So just to understand context here, this was, let's do this. This was the 5 minute opening range. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use it like this. All right. So this was the 5 minute opening range. So as you can see, everything was inside of the range. And when we actually went out, of this range, I mean, we didn't have any reaction. And I was watching this kind of head and shoulders here, but also I was watching this, right? I was watching this. So when we finally break these trend lines here, it was a very nice push to the upside, but still inside of the 5 minute opening range. So I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So just for you to reference. So nothing on Nvidia for me today, unless you were watching this break displacement retest of this previous day high. But look at this. I mean, I don't know if you should take this. Well, no, it was on the afternoon. So yeah, everything, all of this was out of my playbook. So yeah, I wouldn't take it. Tesla today. Tesla was inside of this gap for most of the day, right? Most of the day. So let me go here, take a look. Oh, so look at this. What happened to Tesla? All right. Well, this was a very nice break, displacement and retest. Well, this is not actual like super nice displacement, but it was holding. I mean, after this squeeze, and it was holding this 290, 299, 298, 93. That was the previous day high. That was the previous day high. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm in my laptop, and this is just taking too much of my skills. It's different. I'm very used to the Magic Mouse, and so this uh, trackpad, uh, it's not my thing. So again, so we had this break and hold of these 299, and if you were watching this, I mean, this after this squeeze, it was very nice. It was very nice because it was also inside of the gap, right? So what it was expected was once we swipe the bottom of the gap, then maybe this move to the upside to fill the gap. But I mean, we didn't fill the gap today, but it was very close. It was very close. So this was the only play that I was watching here. I mean, I was looking for maybe this retest of high of the day, but after all this push to the high, to the upside here, and look at this. I want to show you this. This white box has been on my chart for some weeks or maybe months now, but this is a very strong key level or key area here for Tesla. And look at this. Today it tried to break, but it couldn't. That's why this gap is gonna be a whole challenge for Tesla, because this area here, let's go to the 4 hour. Look at this. This area here, it's a huge supply. It's a huge supply, not from yesterday, not from past month. It has been huge supply for so long. So just watch out with this key area. All right. Um, okay. So ah, well, it's 11 p.m. in my house. Uh, let's keep it with this. These are our usual ticker. So let's go just to this one. This Microsoft trade today. So basically, this is the break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. Let me show you here. This is the first candle. One, two, three, four, five. All right. This is the okay. So this is the 5 minute opening range. So we have this break, displacement, and retest of this 5 minute opening range low. And if you were aiming to low of the day, this was a 1 to 2.2 risk reward ratio trade, but they actually went a bit lower, right? So that was that was the that was the one trade that I was watching here. I didn't like this because this is a change of character, right? This is change of character. This is a higher high. I know this is the 1 minute chart, but still, I mean, even if you go to the 5 minute, this is an actual change of character, but it was rejecting this pre-market low, still rejecting this pre-market low, and it was beautiful. This move to the downside, but again, even if you were like in this candle here, well, I don't know. I mean, it was just very lucky that it went all the way down here. And well, that was all for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, please, please, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is tomorrow is gonna be just usual and regular schedule. So I'll see you tomorrow.